I met, out of the 15 people I met, teaching is a profession that I've always enjoyed because I always like dealing with kids and teaching them stuff, learning from them, and I've always wanted to be a teacher, and being a teacher has been something that always kept me happy. Now this was not what I aimed for when I was doing my schooling. Like being the school topper when I was doing my 10th grade, I wanted to become a doctor. Now, when I was in the middle of my 11th grade, I told my parents and my teachers and everyone who I knew that I was going to take up arts and I was going to do teaching. People decided that I was going nuts. Like people were very sure that something was wrong with me. But then my parents didn't really mind it. They said, whatever you want, you can do it. So I didn't have any difficulties in convincing people because all that I have to be convincing are my parents, and they were fine with me taking arts. But then everybody else sort of thought that I made a very wrong decision in moving on to art session while I was doing my science studies during my 11th and 12th grade. I was very comfortable. I went into teaching, and being a teacher, I always wanted to be friendly with the students, where the kids sort of feel very comfortable sharing anything with the teacher. And I also am totally against partiality, because being a student, I've seen a lot of people being very much hurt if they find that the teacher is being very partial. But I didn't want to be partial. I sort of made sure that whoever I deal with, I don't sort of be partial. I love everybody like the same. That day was a very interesting day for me because my boss told me that I'll be meeting like 2 kids that day. I sort of meet kids, a few of my kids go abroad, a few of my kids come back. So I sort of have this meeting new kids very usually. So that day I was about to be meeting 2 kids and I was excited. I was dressed up at my best because I always believe in first impression being the best impression. And I had these 2 kids. Now they were sisters. So both of them were very nice. They were Koreans, and I started talking to them. I wanted to break the ice, so on the first day of class I just asked about them, what they like and what they don't like, and we were sharing about each other. And I realized that the younger one was sort of an extrovert and the elder one was very much of an introvert. But then both of them started learning from me. I started teaching them the language because I'm a language trainer. So I started teaching them with the nuances of language, and the younger one was sort of very active in class while the elder one was a little passive. But I wanted both of them to do their homeworks. Days passed on. Both of them were very comfortable, but then after a few days I realized that the elder one came to classes without finishing her homework. Now that is not something that the teacher would be happy about, and so was I. I was not happy with it. I started telling her that I would have to take actions if she doesn't complete her homework. She was a little annoyed with me. She didn't like me saying that I want her to do her homeworks, but I couldn't stop myself from doing that because that's how a teacher is supposed to be. While the younger one, she finished all her homeworks and she was also doing her MUN activities, and we made sure that we spent some time discussing about MUN and how to bring up a proposal and all that, where the elder one has to go to another country to continue her higher studies. Now the younger one was very upset with us, and she said that she doesn't want to have her elder sister apart from her, and she said like she wants her with her. But then the elder one, she said she wants to go abroad and she wants to stay away from the younger one. Now this sort of disturbed me because the elder one kept on saying that she hated her younger sister. I kept telling her that she's not supposed to tell that way because sisters are always meant to love each other, particularly when I know that the younger one loved her sister so much. But then the answer that I got from the elder one was like, it's okay. Now it's okay is the time when I totally lose my temper, because like I try to advise to her, I try to make sure that tell her that the younger one loves her so much, and then she'll be like, it's okay, and I'll be like, okay fine, I'm not supposed to get angry, so I just keep my cool. But then it was clearly decided that the elder one was going abroad, and the elder one wanted to take a few more classes with me all alone because she had to learn a little bit of more language. So we decided to have a personal class just with the elder one. Now that was our first day of class together, and I wanted to be like nice to her, and I started to talk to her, and I asked her what is tempting her to go to another country. There she said like she is not very comfortable with the setting here and she wants to have a comfort zone back. Now, from her point of view, I could really see that she made a point. Like, it made sense because she was not really comfortable patching up with people here, and she wanted to live with her kind of people, and that's exactly why she wanted to leave abroad. Now, I told her that yeah, it's going to make sense, but then I told her I tried to make her understand that her younger sister loves her so much, but then she was totally fine with it, and we were learning our classes, and she was learning her studies and all of that. And then all of a sudden she looked at my face and she said, "I will miss you." Now, I thought she hated me for all the advices I gave her, and she also called me that I was annoying her, and she said like, "You are so mean," and all of that. And to be listening to all of this from her, and all of a sudden to hear like, "I will miss you," it broke my heart for a minute. I didn't know what to respond to her. I sort of said, "Okay, dear, I will also miss you." And then I hugged her and I said, "It's going to be okay." And I could see her tearing, and I couldn't stop myself from having my tears like totally close to my eyes. But I didn't want to cry. I just hugged her and I said, "It's okay, dear, it's going to be fine." This is the fifth person I met.